up, YouTube? It's your boy Theo Julio back at it again with another video. Like my salsa dance. So today we're gonna be doing a deep dive for the Thor Omnibus. But before we get started, you can always win a $25 gift card. All you have to do is be a subscriber, leave a comment down below, and check out our Whatnot video here. On one of these cards, click on it, you can see the promotion video. All right. So let's get started. So we do have the 3 titles. So we did a first look not too long ago. So if you want like a spoiler review, you can basically watch the first look. That way you can get to see everything without really talking about the story. Today will be like a deep dive review. So if you want to know what it's about and you're okay with spoilers, definitely stay. And I'll give you my thoughts so far. So before I open the book, I'll show you again what the covers look like for this omnibus. Alright, and the spines, and also the back. So, if you're watching this, depending on when we upload this video, we are still waiting for a shipment. We received 1 out of 4 pallets so far, so just be patient with us as we still try to ship it out for y'all.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Alright, and then real quick, there's 3 covers, so these are the 2 DMs. I think this is the Daughterman, the Ribic, and then, or is this the Quesada? Yeah, Quesada, and then it's the Ribic. So this is the standard, and these are the 2 DMs. All right, so let's put that to the side. Let me take off the dust jacket for you. Good look. Hey. And so if you guys got the standard cover and you lost the dust jacket, or you want to keep the dust jacket, you basically have both covers here. So you can get the standard and you have all 3. That's really cool. Alright, so to compare what we have, so this is the entire Jason Aaron Thor run. I am missing Secret Wars, but it'll go in here somewhere. But it's not really something that you need to read. You basically skip it because the Thor's issues 1 through 4 was kind of like a whodunit type of story. It doesn't really. It's okay if you skip it. You won't really miss out on much. Same thing with Original Sins right here. So you only need this hardcover, but basically there's only like 1 or 2 pages of this actual entire Original Sins that really tied into this. So you don't really read it. If you just want to read the Jason Aaron Thor, you only need to read like 2 pages of this. And the funny thing is that there's an excerpt in here as well. They literally just took it out and put it in as an excerpt, and they're like, here it is. That way you won't even miss out on anything, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Because I didn't see it in the back here when it said what it collected. It didn't say Original Sins, but it was cool that when you were turning through, you had to excerpt. Alright, so there's that. So real quick, again, so basically this is what the Omnibus collects so far. All these books besides the Original Sin, this 2, you get like a page in here, and that's it. And then here are the other 2 that's not collected yet that may be go into Volume 2 Omnibus, and it ends off with here. So I'm on issue 20 so far of the Mighty Thor, so I'm not really finished with the entire series. But once I do that, I'll give you guys a full comprehensive read of the entire series.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, David wouldn't do it for us, so I'll do it.
Ah!
So I believe we start off. Let me put this here. Remember, we start off with the Thor God of Thunder, with issues 1 through 25. So the first arc it's about Thor and the God Butcher, which is, I think his name is Gore, which is a pretty cool name. And so I have a couple tags in here. So he's figuring out why are all these gods dying? They're all hooked. That was like, man, this is a creepy scene. Yeah. Imagine just trying to figure out, because he's trying to figure out what happened to all their gods. They're not answering any prayers anymore, stuff like that. Thor was like, I don't want to answer all these prayers by myself. I need help.
I wonder if we get some emails. Stop flooding my inbox.
Yeah. Stop it. There's too many. What was that? Bruce Almighty or something?
Yeah, Bruce Almighty.
That was funny. Yeah, so he's basically figuring out, what happened to all the gods, and you have him riding a little pony, and then, bro, this was serious. What? This unicorn head got chopped off. Oh, damn, this is serious. So you finally get to meet Gore the first time in here. So this is what he looks like. He's angry at all the gods, but you don't really figure out why until later on in the series. Have you read any of this yet?
I have not. I think I remember reading like 1 or 2 chapters that mention Gore, but I've never like actually read it.
Okay, well then you're in for a treat since you're gonna get this in a TV show. I mean, in the movie coming out in July. If you don't read this, but yeah, you have him basically Gore the God Butcher. He's killing all the gods because he's mad at the gods for not answering his family's prayers back then when they were suffering. So he wants to go get revenge, and this is so. I think there's like 3 different timelines in this arc. So there's the old when he's like super old, when Thor's really old. He's just like a prisoner in Asgard because you have the Gore's minions right here, just keeping him prisoner, and he's just out of power. Like he doesn't have the will to survive anymore because everybody in Asgard, all the gods are just basically prisoners, and then Thor has to basically watch it unfold. So there's that, and then there's the younger timeline when or present day. I guess they call it present day, and then there's old like 300 BC, something like that, 3000 BC as well. So there's 3 different Thors in this type of timeline. And then you have this guy here. He's one of the gods that survived. Gore the God Butcher, and you don't really know why. I think you'll figure out why here. Did he say? Or no? Okay, no. Probably not here, but you'll figure it out. And I think this is Gore the God Butcher back in time. What was that? 803s?
Yeah, 803 AD.
Yeah, AD. So back in time. So this is the old school Thor, the Viking Thor, basically. That Gore the God Butcher's messing with right now. You have the old Thor. I guess I would say the first one was the youngest Thor, and you have present day Thor, and you have the older Thor. And back in time, because what Gore the God Butcher is doing now is there's this pool, and it basically lets you travel back in time. So he's trying to grab all the Thors and just basically kill all the gods throughout time.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So that was very interesting. And then after they make that little portal for him, I think Thor tried to chase him down into the portal as well. They were fighting, and then that's how they all met in the present day, or whatever's going on right now. We could go through that and take a look. Let's see.
The artwork on this is really nice.
Yeah. So I believe this is where it's at. So this what is this? Issue number 9? Is that 6? Issue number 6 is this issue is more about his past, Gore the God Butcher's past. So you basically have he's having so much bad luck. So it's I believe this is him
and his wife,
or is
his
it
family?
Yeah. So this is his family right here. So this is him when he was younger. All right. And then his mom was like, just pray to gods, they'll protect us, blah, blah, blah. And then she ends up getting eaten by dogs or get killed by a monster, right? And then this is whenever he had a baby with his wife, and she's like, just pray to gods, we'll find food and stuff like that, even though they're on a drought. And then she falls off a cliff and dies. And then I believe this one was when he had a child or somebody like that. Is that a child?
Yeah.
And they're like, just pray to gods, something, and his child died too. So basically, all his loved ones, stuff like that, they always said pray to gods, so they'll answer us, but they never got answered. So now he's just super angry, and he's out for revenge because everybody died, and he wants revenge. And then all of a sudden, I tagged this one because all of a sudden, like these 2 gods, they were fighting, and they crash landed into his world, and he was like, they were asking him for help, the guy in gold was asking him for him help, and the Gore was like, nah, I'm gonna get this black piece of whatever and kill you because you didn't answer my prayers. Everybody died, so he's out for revenge. Now he basically got, I guess it's like kind of like a god symbiote or something like that. I don't really know what this is. They don't really tell you until like the end of the issue, so you don't really know what it is that he got, but it basically turns him into a god. So he killed a god and turned himself into a god. And now he's out for revenge. And then he's crucifying all these other gods too, which is cool. What do you have back here?
This is back or Viking Thor.
Oh, back in the Viking days, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm gonna kill you all." So yeah, you basically have back in the Viking days, he's being a prisoner, and I don't know what happened, but I forgot what happened. So you have him back in the Viking days, right? And then you have Old Man Thor, and then something else. Hard to recall. And this is this Gore's family?
I think so.
Yeah,
like
so-
he's captured already, right? At that point.
Yeah, so now he's captured. He's basically, he's a slave, and this is Gore's son. He's basically telling all the gods what to do. He's like, my dad will kill you all, ha ha ha, stuff like that. And then you have like the Thor's daughters right here as well. One of their daughters.
Wow.
The daughters were pretty cool. I like them in this series so far.
I believe I read this just this like single issue
Oh, yeah?
of when they're on the boat. Yeah, the 3 Thors are on the boat.
Yeah. Is that where it is? They're on the boat right now?
They're on the last page. See how they're on a Viking boat
Okay.
traveling through like space or
Okay.
something.
Because I was like, okay, how did... So, what was it called? The present day Thor went back in time to chase Gore. This guy was already a prisoner. And so I guess I skipped it, but basically they met. And he... the present day Thor thought the old man Thor was his dad, was Odin. He was like, whoa, I'm going to be... it's basically called the Thor power now. It was like the Odin power. Now it's the Thor power and stuff like that. So that was cool. And I really like how this guy, like, he escaped the prison, right? But he escaped with a freaking space shark. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, don't you? You haven't heard about space sharks, bro?
I want a space shark now.
Don't you, that's how the moon has those holes in it. That's where they live.
And then here's another one that I tagged. I was like, man, this is a crazy scene. So you have basically, like she's like, the only person I worship you. The only person I worship is you, Gore, because you fulfilled your, you do everything that you say and stuff like that. And he kills her. He freaking kills her. I was like, man, he's just stabbed her right through the head. And now she's like, where is it at? Where's her body? I guess he found her body like right there. That's his son. So I was like, damn, man, because he was like, I'm not a god, even though he basically is. A god now. So he's kind of being like, what's it called? Arrogant. I forgot the word.
You either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Oh my god, dude, Batman goes over here.
I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find this week a way to sneak that into every review we do.
I know, right? And then basically you have them teaming up, and they finally defeat Gore the God Butcher right here. That was a really cool scene. I really like that page right here. I'm gonna blow you up. And you have that, and then you have Gore. Like basically, he lost his power, and he got his head chopped off.
Damn.
But I believe in one of these issues they tell you like they kind of give you hints of where it came from, stuff like that. The Gore's power.
And I've heard of that, and I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I kind of missed it when I was flipping through, but basically it's very ancient. There's a lot of tales about it, and Thor was so afraid of it that he threw it into a black hole. And this is him now visiting Jane Foster, I believe. Yeah, he came back in time, and he's visiting Jane Foster because he found out that she has cancer.
No.
And she has a boyfriend, Walter. So far, Walter of real estate or something, something of real estate, which is really funny.
That's what he calls him.
Yeah. Of real estate. That was pretty funny. And he brings her to the moon so they could just.
Damn.
I was like, how is she breathing on the moon, right? And apparently, there's a blue spot on the moon where there's oxygen.
Okay.
There's that. All right, so now we have basically what is this over here? We have Thor, God of Thunder. Now we have the Malik Arc, which is the Dark Elves arc. I didn't really enjoy this arc as much. The beginning of the arc, you have basically the Warriors of the Realm, or like the Guardians of the Realm, something like that. The team. So you have the team up here with all the people, and then they're just trying to figure out how to defeat Malec. I can't find them in here. And then they have like a drinking contest. Thor had a drinking contest with a giant. That was pretty funny. And the people were making bets, and the giant fell down and got messed up. And you have the dark elf right here. They made love.
Dang.
Even though she was Malec's wife, I believe.
Ooh. No wonder he's mad. Malec, not Thor.
Malec cut off her arm somewhere over here. So Malec, he was trying to.
There he is.
There he is. So there's Malec. He got freed from the Dark Elves. I guess he was in prison, and then the Dark Elves rescued him, and then he went back to his hometown and basically slaughtered everybody there and just cut off his wife's arm.
Dang.
That was some serious stuff right there. And this one was crazy. I think this is Malec, right? So Malec, in this scene, he flew into a giant and basically popped out of his eye.
Oh.
So he flew in here and then, bam, I believe.
Yeah. Oh.
And that was some gruesome stuff.
That's gruesome.
And then you have him, basically, he was like, now I'm the king
of the Frost Giants.
The Frost Giants, and if you battle me now, then we're gonna have a civil war, or like a war of the realms, basically. So they had to basically be at a standstill because they didn't want to start a war. I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then I believe right here. Oh yeah, so okay. So they're trying to figure out who the traitor was. There was a traitor or a spy, because Malec was always one step ahead. So they were always trying to chase down Malec and figure out, why is this guy always one step ahead of us? And so Thor was going crazy. He didn't tell anybody. And he just was like, I believe you're a traitor. And he just killed off one of his own members.
Dang.
And I was like, oh, damn, this guy's savage.
That must have been fast, though. At least you won't feel that.
I know, right? You're like, man, Thor went crazy. Why is he killing us? And is it here that popped up? Where are these monsters?
Oh, it's coming out of his mouth.
Oh, they're coming out Thor's mouth, right?
Yeah.
So it was Thor the whole time that was the spy.
Oh.
And
Whoa.
He basically put something. There we go. It was right here. So basically, it was Thor the whole time because there was a bug in him, and then I guess Malec put something in his drink or his mead, the stuff that he likes to drink all the time.
Yeah.
And but I believe Thor knew. It was all like a trick to get Malec into whatever it is right here. I kind of forgot the meaning, but yeah, the actual Ulick guy or whoever got his head smashed didn't die. It was just all a trick.
Oh.
He came back, and then what was really dumb in my opinion was like they finally they got Malec. They're gonna put him to prison or whatever. They're like, nah, Malec needs to be our king because we're so afraid of him. The Dark Elves. So they're like, okay, yeah, Malec he's gonna be King Malec now. I'm like, what the hell is this? Even though he killed like all the Dark Elves and stuff like that, so they want him to be king because they're so afraid and all these other things. Yeah, so there's that, and then his wife had to go take his place in prison. So because somebody had to go to prison for all the atrocities.
Dang, that's messed up. First he cuts off your arm, then you have to face his sentence in jail. Nah,
yeah,
bro.
And that was crazy because she was like, I had to do this to protect my people. I was like, okay. And then there was like a small little arc right here. There was a dragon. They're trying to figure out, who's been like eating people's stuff, their sheep and their family. So that was a cool little arc. I liked it. The artwork was different.
Yeah, it's very looks like a. What does it look like? It's realistic, but yeah, it's very cool.
Okay, yeah, they were friends and everything, and then they had to go to fight, and then he had to kill him. So sad day. I forgot why. I think he got mad or something. I don't know.
It's kind of like a filler.
Yeah, it's kind of like a filler story, yeah, in a way. And then you have the third arc, which is about Roxanne. I forgot the guy's name already. But you have Agent Solomon. That's going to be Thor's new love interest for a little bit. And then you have, what's it called?
Roxanne, the guy, yeah.
Yeah, the CEO of Roxanne. He's basically poisoning the earth and all that stuff. And all these things. So that he's going to be the new villain of the third arc, and it turns out he's a Minotaur. Which is pretty interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
And then you have another timeline. So you have basically the Roxanne Corporation right here in one timeline, and you have another timeline where Thor is old and he couldn't save the world. So now, like, Galactus came to eat Earth because there's nobody inhabiting anymore. Everybody died because of what Roxanne did, I believe. So yeah, that. But Thor was like, nah, this is, I love Midgard. Even though there's nobody here, I will fight you to the end of my day. So there's that. So you have that. Agent Solomon, they're trying to bust him. What else did I tag here? Oh yeah, so Thor basically he destroyed a lot of Roxanne's facilities because he got so mad at them, and they gave him a lawsuit. They're like, you've been served or something like that, right? So and so he had like a restraining order to he can't go back to Broxon. And Broxon is like the town. It's like the new Asgard or something like that. Like the hometown for Thor. Like everybody loves him there. But now, but now he can't go back there. And then the CEO is buying out the entire town and making it different, like creating earthquakes and all that, just to spite him.
Dang. I didn't know Galactus could lose teeth.
I know, right? And I like how he changed the tag where gods fear to tread. And then in the beginning it was like where gods are, we love Asgard. Something like that. Very interesting. And then we have, what's it called? Here he's trying to get revenge still, but she was like, no, trust me, I will help you, because he's like, I don't answer to man's laws, only God's laws. Because I am a god. It reminds me of the TV show Waco. That's exactly what they said.
Oh yeah, I remember that show. That was crazy. Let's not. Yeah. Yeah,
David was part of that. Yeah. So now in this one you have Old Man Thor going back to where he threw the black hole. He was like looking for it. He was retreating from Galactus, and he finally found the God Butcher's weapon. So now he's going to combine his power and basically kill Galactus with the God Butcher weapon. Right here. I believe that's where it is. But there was like one scene, I forgot. Is Galactus like all the way dead now?
Right there?
Right there, I guess. Is that him?
Yeah, his eyes are going out, you see?
Okay.
His helmet.
Okay.
Is it where his face is ripped off?
Yeah.
Oh, go back a little bit.
Where is it?
It was right here.
Okay.
It was right. Sorry. Right there?
Yeah, somewhere like that. So basically, Thor defeated Galactus with the God Butcher weapon, right? But Galactus, he doesn't die or something like that. And then there's a little bit of I don't know what this is called, like a little piece of the God Butcher weapon that stayed on Galactus. So now Galactus is gonna turn into like a God Butcher cosmic entity thingy. So that was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I don't know the issue that it's like the page, but it's in here. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a pretty interesting thing if they ever pull that out.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because now the God blood is making everything green. So now the Earth is coming back again, like all the plants came back. That's cool. And then you have the CEO of Rocket basically telling everybody like, all these gods are bad for you, like Thor sucks and stuff like that. Now they're hitting on Thor. I believe it's because like, oh, there's like all these earthquakes and stuff like that. All these frost giants and trolls and everything attacking Broxon, but he made it that way so he could frame Thor on that.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, we have the original excerpts here, excerpts from Original Sins. So this is a real quick excerpt. That way you don't have to read Original Sins if you don't want to read the entire thing.
It really is 2 pages, bro.
Yeah, it's literally 2 pages. That's all. A few pages right here, and that's it. So you have it here, and you could basically figure out why Thor can't beat Thor anymore. They basically, where is it at? He whispered something to Thor, and now he can't hold his hammer anymore. But Original Sins, I believe it's 8 issues, and it's basically going over how the Watcher got killed.
Uatu?
Yeah, Uatu. Somebody killed Uatu, It was somebody killed Watu, and they took his eyes because his eyes basically hold all the knowledge of the world, all the seen and unseen. And basically, Nick Fury has his eyes now, so he knows all the knowledge of the world and stuff like that. And he whispered something to Thor, and whatever he whispered made him unworthy of the hammer now.
Dang, I didn't know that. I was wondering how Jane got the hammer, and now okay, cool.
Yeah, it was a pretty interesting story. And it was like, if you're reading it for the first time, there's some crazy shit. There's some really crazy stuff in the original sense, like somebody chopped off Nick Fury's head and stuff.
You know what? I kind of want to read just that, because this collects just the original sin, right?
Yeah, it's
kind of read
8
that.
issues. Yeah, it was a fun read. The companion I have not read yet because it's just a bunch of extra stories that are like all the other people going what's happening with them while original sin's the main story is going on. So I was like, maybe I'll read the companion one day, but probably not anytime soon.
Too much in her plate already, huh?
Yeah, basically. And then you have Malec. This is the story of Malec. So I believe issue
25
is a story of Malec, how he came to be. His mom sold him off as a for food or for scraps to feed her dogs. And then Malec was the only son left alive. All the other sons died. They kept on trying to raise more dark elves for the war. And Malec was the last son. She traded him. And then this wizard saved him and taught him how to be a wizard and stuff like that. How to have all this power. And then it's like you're so powerful, stuff like that. You could bring peace to the world. We could make something new. And he was like, why would I ever do that? And kills him.
Dang.
He kills his own mentor. Oh man, this guy's crazy. And then he turns into this guy, and he basically went to go find his mom again for selling him, and he fed her to the dogs.
Oh, damn!
I was like, oh, that guy's savage. And then you basically have over here another different style artwork. Like the Thor's granddaughters are reading. They're in the library right now. They're just reading books. So this is like basically it's story of how Thor all his travels and stuff like that. And then another book fell down. Oh yeah, one of the sisters got mad. They're like, why are we reading instead of fighting? We got to create our own stories. And another book fell down. So this is the book. It's all chained up and stuff like that. I believe is how Thor became unworthy. This is the unworthiest Thor book. Right here. Here. Yeah, unworthy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, don't read this stuff. How dare you? Blah blah blah. And then made him not read it. And then this basically is the story about how he became the unworthy Thor. All right. So now you have the frost giants attacking. Underground submarines, all this stuff. You have Thor. He's trying to fight Malec, right? And where is that? Malec was like, yo, he basically chopped off Thor's arm and left him drowning.
Dang.
Yeah, so where is it at? Right here?
Oh, because he can't use his arm anymore. Or he can't use here.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. So he took Thor's axe and he chopped his own arm off with the axe, and now he can't because he can only use the axe since he can't use the hammer anymore. And the hammer's right here on the moon, right? It's on the moon. And then Jane Foster picked it up.
Dang.
All right, so now you have the all this right here is going to be the arc for Jane Foster's Thor. So you really you don't know who she is. She'll never reveal herself to the audience or to the story until later on down the road. But you get basically her, becoming Thor now, fighting stuff like that. Because right here, where's this guy? Yeah, now she's attacking Roxxon corporation CEOs, stuff like that, trying to kill out the frost giants or stop the frost giants from destroying the world. Yeah, Malec. Oh yeah, so the frost giants are attacking Roxxon right now because they have the skull of the one king. So the main king
of the ice giants.
Yeah,
the frost giants.
Like Laufey or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Like that. So that's why they're attacking Roxxon. And Malec is attacking Roxxon, and then Lady Thor is trying to stop him. And then basically, yeah, she's trying to stop him, and they have this skull right here, and then they got smashed. That's the whole reason why the Frost Giants even came. And then I think Lady Thor just smashed it. It's like, not anymore, because it was gonna rally up all the Frost Giants and stuff like that, and Malec could finally be their king, or lead them to victory. And then you have Thor just came out of nowhere. Basically, give me my hammer back.
Or face the wrath of Thor.
Yeah, or face the wrath of Thor. And what's going on over here?
Hours ago, that's when he lost his arm. So I guess it's telling us.
So he lost his arm. Odin got mad. He's like, "How dare my son, lose his arm?" And they gave him a new arm with the same metal, the same Uru metal or whatever. Basically, the same arm that the Destroyer has. So now he has a Destroyer arm. So now they're fighting, and then what the heck? Let's get this. They're fighting.
He stops it with his hand.
Yeah, he stops it with his hand. Yeah, so they're fighting, and she kissed him. I think Jane Foster's like, something, you mean more to me, or something like that. I don't know the dialogue. I can't read upside down. She kissed him and threw him off guard. And they fought the Frost Giants, stuff like that. And then, where is it? I know I tagged the scene somewhere. I think it's right here.
That one?
Tag it? Oh yeah. Okay, that was like, okay. So they were fighting, and they figure it out. And she basically controls the hammer really, really crazy. Like the hammer doesn't do this type of stuff.
Thor even says, I've never seen it do that before.
Yeah, so it's like,
you know how in Guardians of the Galaxy, the whistling guy?
Oh,
he probably controlled it like that.
Yeah, that's basically what it looks like. And then what the scene was like, yes, come back to me, and just it flies right past his hand, and she grabs it. And it looks how sad he is.
Oh no. My toys.
Yeah, and then he wants to know who she is. She kissed him. He's like, oh, what the heck?
Yeah, I guess he's saying he thinks it's his mother, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah. So he was like, I sure hope Mama.
Mom, stop! This isn't the internet. Stop.
I know, right? This is one of those step things. Step videos. Okay. There's videos that David likes to watch.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, so you have that's going on right now, and then you have Roxxon making a deal with Malec, saying, "Hey, I had the original skull. Of course, I knew they were going to come and destroy it." And they made a deal where he gets to drill all the oil in all the realms, so he could sell more money and sell it for more money and make billions a day. So now he can get oil on all the realms throughout the galaxy universe. Yeah.
Wow.
And then you have, so I tagged this one because I was like, what's going on? What's going on with Odin? So you have Odin like really, really hating Jane Foster Thor. He's like, I'm gonna send a destroyer after her. He's like being like when I was reading this series, I'm not done yet, but I was like, man, I feel like freaking Odin's like you know how Loki could turn into people. I was like, man, I feel like Odin's like Loki pretending to be Odin.
Odin, yeah.
I really like Heimdall's Galaxy guys. So, like, whenever I see the scene, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I see everything. I see David.
Not in my private, not in my intimate days. No. Odin to me in this book feels like the Karen who she's like, my son is the only one who can play with that. You better not even touch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to call the police.
That's basically exactly how Odin is. I really didn't like Odin in this storyline. Like, he's being like a little too stubborn.
Yeah.
In my opinion. And you have Agent Solomon here. I guess she flew to the moon? It's just the moon? That's a good view.
Oh, is it her?
Yeah, so she saw the hammer, and you basically, she's over it. She's like, I see the hammer now, and you don't know. That's it.
Okay, so I mean, we know who she is.
We know who she is because.
But that during I guess it was still a mystery at the time.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Exactly. And you have Thor. He made a list here. I think he got his list. I think he started off with Lady Sif. He's like, "Did you steal my hammer?" And it was at a bar, and he made a full list. I don't think I tagged it. Let's go back and see if we can find it.
Sure. talking to his mom there. Is that it?
He's at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's at the bar with Lady. He's at the bar. Let's see, is it here? Come on, Thor, where you at?
Oh, he probably asked Heimdall, "Can you see who it is?"
Yeah. He was like, "No."
Oh, there it is. This it?
Yeah, so there's a list. Okay, so he made a list. He asked Heimdall to see, but he was like, "I can't see because it doesn't threaten Asgard." He's like, "I only see threats for Asgard."
Wow.
So, or maybe he just doesn't want to tell.
Yeah.
So there's that, and you have him. He made a list. Basically, he had a full blown list. He was like, "I'm gonna take Jane Foster off because she has cancer. Of course, why is she gonna be like Lady the Thor if she's dying?" So there's that, and then I guess I missed it again where he was at the bar with Lady Sif. And basically, you get all his love interests, like all the girls, all the people that he talked to, and stuff like that. He's going around asking them like who it is.
So basically, it's his body count. Oh, not her, not her, not.
Yeah, exactly. His body count. That's a lot. That's a lot. That there's not too much that left there alive though, because he's been around for thousands of years. And then you have basically what's her name again? The Thor's mom. I forgot her name. Freya.
Freya, yeah, you're right, Lady Freya.
Yeah, so you have Lady Freya coming to. She just basically brought a lot of the. I think it's all female characters to fight.
Yeah, it was go back.
Here it is.
Go back one more.
Right here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was like right here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so she basically brought all the female characters and then Thor to go help Lady Thor find the destroyer. So there's that, and and then after they survived, he was like, "Just tell me the truth." Like, "Just tell me the truth, Solomon." Is it somewhere right here?
Yeah, Agent Solomon. Yeah.
Yeah, just tell me. I. And then Agent Solomon just pops up. He's like, "What?"
Oh? What?
So he's like, "Now I know it's not Agent Solomon." And they were like having like a lovey-dovey scene too, right here. So now like Jane Foster is like, "Oh my gosh," it's like, "Does he still love me?" Like that. And then she comes back here. And
That's where you find out.
now when you find out that it's actually Jane Foster. So that was cool. So this is the review. I believe this issue is the review. She came back. And the reason why I really like this one is because when she said that she's being Thor is because only a mortal should be Thor because they know how what it is to be like you're almost dead, because if you're a god and you have the power of Thor, you don't really take it for granted.
Yeah.
This one so that was really cool. You have it all right here for you. So that's I like Jane Foster Thor's perspective on that. And you have it's old man Thor's birthday. And so his daughter's like, "I'm gonna bring all creations, throughout the galaxy back to Midgard. That way, it looked like Noah Ark kind of style."
Yeah.
So there's that. And then they got some leftover clay so they can make humans again.
Huh.
And then for me. So.
Aw.
And you have
That's sacrilegious. They're trying to be Jesus. Nah, listen. Don't give me that.
And you basically have all the adventures of this is like a small little thing. It's like adventures of Jane Foster, all the things that they did, and then this is actually a really good read. It's like they were testing her, but she didn't mind it because this is like gave her so much adventure and fun time. It was a great time to like get to know them and stuff like that, and that was cool. And you have Thor right here. What's his name? Mephisto.
Yeah.
Came by, and they basically challenged each other to a drinking contest. And Loki was like, "Okay, I got this drink for you." They drank all this stuff, and Loki got one last one. He was like putting poison in there, and they're like, "Nah, we don't need to drink it." But Loki kept on saying, "Yo, you gotta drink it." And basically, they both drank it, and he was like, "I'm just gonna keep it in my mouth." He didn't swallow it, and Mephisto swallowed it, and he just died. He poofed. And he just spit the rest out to Loki. He was like, "I knew you were trying to betray me, brother." So there was that. And then you have a little thing, like him trying to pick up the hammer, but he was like too drunk to pick it up. So this one is when I said there you have to read the Secret Wars. I believe they don't have it here. Secret Wars. So you have to read Secret Wars to really figure out Thor's issues 1 through 4. I didn't read Secret War, so I really don't know what to say about this one.
Did they make an Omni for that or not yet?
No, it's just a hardcover, but maybe it's like an excerpt or something. But basically, Thor's issues 1 through 4 is it's a whodunit type of like a story. So this is like another, I guess, a timeline or something where it's just not like everybody's a Thor. You know how like Storm is a Thor, everybody's.
Oh, okay.
Hulk is a Thor. You know, yeah, Ghost Rider is a Thor. Everybody's a Thor.
You got Thor core. Basically, it's a Thor core.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So it's like it's a very small one-off series. I know I tagged something here. You even have a Groot Thor.
Oh my gosh!
I am Thor. It's kind of silly. And the premise is there's one guy killing off all the female Thors, all the Jane Foster Thors, and they're trying to figure out who it is. And it turns out to be like one of the older Thors, and he didn't want Jane Foster to become Thor and change things. So that's what it was. It was a very small one-off. You could basically skip it. You won't miss out anything on the entire story.
Besides some cool Thor
besides
figures.
some cool Thors. And then you have back to the Mighty Thor. You have Jane Foster again. I believe this is more of her adventures of how to stop Roxxon Corporation, stuff like that. And you have all these light elves falling from the sky, falling through orbit. And then this place, Roxxon Corporation, is falling down because all the bodies basically messed it all up. And then they knew it was going to be a sacrifice, something like that. They had to send a message, basically. Here, and here. What's over here? Freya. Oh yeah,
in prison.
Yeah, Freya is now in prison. Odin imprisoned her because she basically went to help Lady Thor fight the Destroyer. And you have Loki with his son, with his dad, because they got the skull. They made the deal. They got the skull. He came back to life, and now he's just talking to the dead. I always call him Daddy and stuff like that. That was really silly.
Daddy.
Yeah.
It would be funny if he's like, Daddy, Daddy, need your help, Daddy.
Loki doing Loki things. And you have what's it called? Lady Thor trying to do something with Heimdall, right?
Yeah.
Something with Heimdall. And then I think she just asked to go help the Nine Realms. She went to go ask to help the Light Elves or something like that. And then Cole, he's Odin's brother. He's like the god of fear or something like that. So he's basically trying to bring in Lady Thor to be in prison. And Heimdall was like, "Nah, yeet." He just threw her into a portal and sent her to the light elves. So that was very cool. And then you have the Enchantress, I believe, making a deal with Malec as well.
So I know obviously we know that War of the Realms has to do with Malec. So this is kind of a lot of that is tied into that, huh?
Yeah, basically. So basically, that's why I didn't really enjoy Malec at the beginning, because that was like a really dumb thing. I was like, oh, he's gonna be king, cool, whatever, and then he just moved on.
Yeah.
But then you have him like through the entire rest of the story, and you have War of the Realms as well. So
it's very interesting.
Yeah, so he's just.
That's really cool. I like the forethought on that when they do that with books. Like you see, like they give you a little something, and you're like, this doesn't make any sense. But then you come back to it, and you're like, oh, it makes so much sense.
Yeah, down the road. I think they could have portrayed it better on how he could become a king, though, instead of like they're so afraid of him, so let's make him a king.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts. You guys let me know, though. Let me know if I'm wrong. So you have the Enchantress. They're basically going to war with the Light Elves, and then she got brainwashed to marry the queen of the Light Elves. She got brainwashed to marry Malec.
Wow.
Because the Enchantress controlled her mind. And she wanted to talk to Malec one-on-one, and she had a bunch of guards, but all the guards got their minds brainwashed and stuff like that. So now the Dark Elves and Light Elves are married, and they can't really do much about it now. And what you have back here. Cool. All right, there's another one. So I believe they were fighting. Okay, so everybody got together to fight Cole and his Thunder Guards because they wanted to protect Lady Thor for something. They're basically all fighting each other. Like Odin is fighting Thor, and Lady Thor is fighting Freya is and her people were fighting Cole and his Thunder Guards. They were basically breaking her out of prison for something. I forgot what it was. But yeah. So as soon as Loki stabs her in the back, the fighting finished. He's like, my wife, what happened? And then she's bleeding out. But he imprisoned her and all this stuff. You know, like you don't really...
You did it to yourself.
Like, you don't care until like she's actually injured. Yeah, so basically, Loki went to go to Cole. He's like, I stopped them. So they'll hate me more than they hate you. That way you can rule in peace and stuff like that. And so Loki will take the blame, and he basically gave her just enough poison not to die. He was like, you're either really dumb at poisoning or you're really smart. You don't know. So we don't know if Loki's really on our side or like on Asgard's side, or if he's like trying to take over.
This is Odin's brother, right?
Yeah, Loki's Odin's brother.
Have you
Cole? Yeah, Odin's brother.
Have you read that event whenever he first showed up?
No.
That one was really cool.
I haven't yet, but I need to read more Thor now. And then you have Thor right here. Like he's basically in prison. He's like, my mommy.
No.
Like he's yelling for no matter how silly he can be. But yeah, you have him here. Like he's captured for some reason, and then that's it. So now we know like where he's been, because people are like, where has this guy been?
The whole time, yeah.
The whole time. So you have him there. And now you have more Roxxon stuff. This is older art style. Oh, this is like the guy. Look at this is a story about basically Loki and Thor. How everybody worshipped Thor, but Loki wants people to worship him, so he made somebody stronger than Thor.
Cooler than Thor.
Yeah, cooler than Thor because cooler than Thor, stronger. So he beat him up in a fight. I forgot the guy's name, the warrior, but. He basically so strong he took out Thor, stuff like that, and that entire story was basically Loki telling Roxxon like his past and all that stuff. And you have what's this over here? You have Wilson Fisk. Oh well, you have like the agents, all the underground people. They're like, we heard that you're drilling the 10 realms now. We want a piece. He was like, no, this is my stuff. And then. You always thought like he's the guy, Roxxon CEO, is the most powerful, but he got his ass whooped. Like, with a touch of a button, all your stocks went down, everything went down. Like I don't really know this guy's name, but he basically made his business plummet and stuff like that. And these people are interviewing Jane Foster, saying like, hey, we know you're Thor, tell us who Thor is, or like stuff like that.
Or else.
Yeah, it's like agents from S.H.I.E.L.D. Every single time we see like S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, they're annoying. And then you have that. You have the samurai guy. I like this guy's costume is cool.
Yeah, that's the guy who beat up Roxxon.
Yeah, that's the guy who beat up Roxxon and stuff like that. So now they're basically trying to go after his company, make it all blow up. I think it's like an underwater bunker or something like that.
Yeah.
For all his stuff.
My stuff, no.
And you have Midas. I thought this was like a
sex club.
Yeah. She has her father's hand. Basically, it turns anything into gold. So anything you touch turns to gold.
Wow.
You find out more about them in the original Sin story, so you don't know who they are and stuff like that. Everything they touch. Everything she shoots turns into solid gold too. So that's why, basically, Jane Foster, she caught a bullet because the bullet was supposed to go to
Roxxon,
yeah. And then she caught the bullet to save his life. The reason why they wanted to save Roxxon because he had some code to basically. Oh yeah, so he had a space island, not a space island, but a floating island, and he had it self-destruct, so it was falling down to Manhattan. Basically destroying the company. He's like, if I can't have Manhattan, then nobody can. I'm just gonna blow everybody up.
Damn.
So they needed to save him, so he can stop the self-destruct. Right there. And then basically Jane Foster, she caught the golden bullet that was meant for him, and now she's turned to solid gold. And then you have another Jane Foster. It's like, they came to help. I was like, what is this? Right?
What?
My mind is blown. So, and then these S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, they're like, you're under arrest, Jane Foster, for whatever. I don't even know why they wanted to capture her.
Yeah.
These two people, this Star Wars was kind of dumb, in my opinion. I guess it just wanted to add extra drama.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they were like, Jane Foster came to like, help, and it's like the Jane Foster was like, I can read your mind, just tell me what to do because I don't know what to do because obviously it's not really Jane Foster. So yeah, so just because the real Jane Foster had like medical skills, so she was like, just think about how to take the bullet out and I'll do exactly as you think. So there's that, and they finally captured him. Because they finally have to prove their need to put him into prison. And it turns out that the Jane Foster here was actually Mjolnir. The hammer.
What?
The hammer turned
What?
It's like, yo, so and it just turns back into the hammer. And then Agent Solomon was like, what the hell? And she's like, I'm going to turn to Jane Foster, and I just want you to know the truth. And she was like, okay, so just stop turning. Everybody's just stop turning into things.
That's cool. I didn't know that hammer could do that. She's actually getting, showing more powers than Thor did.
Yeah. And there was another one like that. The hammer is actually like some cosmic storm that basically got caught into...
formed into whatever.
I forgot what it was. So Odin went to... So there's more background on...
Oh, that says the untold origin of
Oh, yeah, so it's right here. Okay, cool. I was about to just memorize the whole thing and say it to you. But I guess if it's here, then it can tell you. So basically, Odin went to go save some dwarves. And basically, they repaid him in this ore. And apparently, this ore is part of a cosmic storm. It's so powerful that even Odin couldn't battle it. Something like that, right? Or so basically it's kind of like the Phoenix Force, like a really powerful storm in the universe. But it got trapped into this rock, and he basically put it into a hammer. It took thousands of dwarves right here. I believe it's right here. But basically it took thousands of dwarves and like a lot of like nights and days or whatever to finally smith it into a hammer. But the hammer is alive. It has a mind of its own and stuff like that. And it is a really powerful thing. Like it can kill gods and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So you want to learn more about this? It'll be in this arc. I can't remember a lot of it, but it's a really cool tale. And then you have it says to be continued, and then you have more of the War of the Realms right here. So basically, this was like talking about the hammer and all that. But yeah, you have the War of the Realms, and that was that. But you still have more of the Mighty Thor and stuff like that to read. But the War of the Realms comes very soon, so that's exciting. And you have all the extras back here. I feel like that was a really solid way to like end this omnibus.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah, you learn more about the hammer since it revealed that it has a mind of its own. It could turn into different things now. I never knew that. Like how the Phoenix Force could do that.
Isn't that blade that Gore had called the Ebony Blade or something like that?
I don't know if it's called the Ebony Blade because I believe that's something else, or else we would have heard more.
Yeah, you're right.
So we have the extras here. For my rating for this, I would give it a solid 10 JPs out of 10 JPs.
Wow.
I really enjoy it. It's like one of those things that like I read fully through and comprehend and remember and everything because it was really fun. There's some books that I read that I would read it and I'm like, what happened again? It's like you're reading it to read it.
Yeah.
Like not reading it to enjoy it. So
Gotcha.
this is the one I read it to enjoy, even though I can't remember all the specifics on the top of my head. I remembered quite a bit. But it was a fun read. I really enjoyed the costumes. Like I really enjoyed like Jane Foster's take on Thor. Like because she's immortal, she could understand being a god more and like saving people and stuff like that. So that was really cool. How do you like this first one? Or
this one was good. That was cool. Like I said, now I want to read this too. And I've been wanting to read X-Men because you reviewed it, and I want to read. So man, dang it.
Yeah. So this is my deep dive for the Thor Jason Aaron Omnibus Volume 1. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what your favorite scene is for this story. what you guys like most about it and what you guys would rate this out of your own ratings. And I'll see you guys in the next video.